following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Good afternoon and welcome. This is Nutritional Pharmacist Melissa Golladay, and I am a registered pharmacist with a passion for nutrition. And we do have some open lines today, so please give us a call at 888-379-2552 or our priority line, which is 831-685-1080. Definitely would love to help you out today and discuss how you, through nutrients and diet, can heal your body. One of the things we learn a lot about in the current modern medical model is that we have a disease, for example. So we're labeled with a disease, and we begin to think that there's nothing we can do, that there's no hope. I was working with people most of this weekend, and some of them were sharing with me that based on what they were learning as patients with diseases, is there wasn't any hope. They were on steroids, antibiotics, a cycle of that repetitively, and they were finding that they weren't getting any better. And the information I was able to share with them that originates from Dr. Joe Wallach's Dead Doctors Don't Lie, these people were sharing with me that they're actually seeing that there's some hope in their future. So by nutriating, by taking the 90 essential nutrients, by watching what they're eating, avoiding the bad foods, and particularly gluten, that in my book, the number one offender, these people are starting to see changes in their health, and they're able to get more energy, their disease conditions, their suffering is decreasing, their pain is decreasing. So it's one of the things I love about working with longevity. I'm a huge fan. I've seen people's lives change almost immediately. And so some of you have probably heard before, but my background is in pharmacy, and one of the things I saw as a pharmacist, I would fill anywhere between 300 to 800 scripts a day, and I was seeing people get sicker and sicker. They were actually not healing and getting better. So they would start with one medication over time, and then the next thing I know, they'd be coming in and getting their second or third medication. And it would start to impact all of their organs, their mental health also. And these people would they start losing a lot of their energy, and just the whole experience of getting old actually became what we refer to as old man's disease or old woman's disease. And that is a myth that we live in this culture, is that as we get old, we must really rapidly get old, and we must deteriorate and not be able to do the things that we did when we were younger. And that's actually not true. If we nutriate, take care of ourselves, and pay attention to what we eat, and make wise choices with what we're eating, we actually find that we can repair and regenerate. Again, I have seen this firsthand, not only in my own body and my own journey through life, but I've also seen it with friends of mine, with patients, etc. It's been an amazing experience to witness people taking charge, empowering themselves, and getting healthier. Yes, an amazing journey. Again, lines are open. You can reach us at our priority line, which is 831-685-1080. Something else I want to share with you today is people think that pain is normal, that pain in their body is normal, and that's not the case. Pain is a signal that something's going on. People also like to think, or they're taught to think through just lifestyle choices, that things such as belching, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, that those are normal. Excessive bloating, well, just every time I eat, that just happens. For example, I'll hear patients will come and they'll say, well, after I eat, I get severely bloated, and that's just been the way it's been my whole life. And I want you all to know out there, if any of you are experiencing things like that, those are actually little red flags your body's sending up and saying, hey, I don't like what you're eating. I want you to pay attention. And if you don't, these are the signals that I'm going to send up. I'm having distress. That's why I have bloating. That's why I have gas. That's why I have constipation. That's why I have diarrhea. Or I'm eating and I'm immediately getting pain in my stomach. That's another red flag. Or I eat and I get what is referred to as reflux. I'm always burping up things. All great signals that your body is actually working properly to let you know that you're doing something that is not good for it. So pay attention to those signals. Again, beautiful mechanism that we have. Our body is constantly sending us signals if we're on the right path, if we're eating the right things. So pay attention to those. So let's just go a little deeper into the digestive issues. Again, let's go with indigestion. You might say, well, I need to take a Tums because every time I eat, I have indigestion. Well, actually what you need to do, so what does Tums do? Tums lowers the acids, the free acid in your gut, and it reduces the ability of your body to digest your food. Short-term use of Tums as Rolaids is fine, but if you find yourself chronically using them, then that's don't be doing that because that's a sign you're eating something your body doesn't like. Another drug heavily used out there, they're referred to as proton pump inhibitors, also known as PPIs, or histamine 2 blockers, H2 blockers, Zantac, Prilosec, Prevacid. Those medications are only meant for short-term use, and ideally, not take them at all. If you were to take something for an upset stomach, short-term use of Rolaids or Tums would be ideal. So again, indigestion, that's a sign that you're eating something that you are not supposed to be eating, that doesn't jive with your personal biochemistry. All of us are different. Some people can eat things that other people can't, so you're not going to be able to eat the exact same diet as your best friend. And you need to pay attention to yourself. Like, wow, they can all eat tons of pasta and red sauce, and they don't seem to be affected by it. But if you're noticing you're getting indigestion, you eat a big cheeseburger, it just doesn't feel good, it's just a signal. So pay attention to it. And changing habits is hard. So when you first start out, you're going to be getting these, as you pay attention, you're going to say, wow, that didn't feel good, but you're going to still want to eat the cheeseburger, and that's totally fine. But over time, you're going to notice, I'd much rather have a higher energy. So excited to hear from you today.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. If you've got questions for Melissa today and you're always having trouble getting in, today is your day, as we do have some open lines. Call us on the priority line, 831-685-1080. Lines open. Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Longevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Longevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local longevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. And we are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. If you've ever had trouble getting into the show, today is your day, as we do have some open lines. Call us on the priority line, 831-685-1080. And filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
And I thought we might talk a bit today about kidney beans, as I do have a story here on the healthy benefits of kidney beans, and this comes from Natural News. A headline, "Kidney beans are good for you." They say big things come in small packages, and the kidney bean is proof of that. They say more than just an important ingredient in chili con carne. They say it's full of vitamins and minerals linked to reduction of many diseases. Kidney beans, a few a day, can keep the bad stuff away, as they say in this article. And they go on to say that complex carbohydrates to protein, dietary fiber. Average kidney bean is full of health-boosting nutrients. The high fiber content in kidney beans not only helps lower one's blood cholesterol levels, also decreases the risk of type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure, also helps to promote regular stools, and also is combined with this with folate and magnesium. You've got a food that can ensure better cardiovascular health just by consuming a small amount a day. According to authoritynutrition.com, a single tablespoon of kidney beans contains 0.7 grams of fiber, 14.3 micrograms of folate, 4.62 milligrams of magnesium. Additionally, 1 tablespoon also has 8.7 grams of protein and 2.2 milligrams of iron. Say the beans in general have been shown to naturally fight a number of cancers, reduce the risk of heart disease, and also are rich in antioxidants. Kidney beans are there are no difference in kidney beans. Compared to other beans, they also have a high amount of omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, thiamine, 2 nutrients that the kidney beans contain in big amounts. Kidney beans also make you look good on the outside, as they have anti-aging and weight loss capabilities, as well as the antioxidants found in kidney beans are believed to promote strong anti-aging properties and also longevity by limiting damage caused by free radicals. Blood sugar stabilizing effects of kidney beans also can assist in obesity and overweight people in their battle against their extra fat. And when the blood sugar levels are stable, less insulin is released by the pancreas. Keeping insulin levels low can help you achieve a healthy weight loss. And they go on to say that kidney beans can be bought dried or canned. Dry beans are recommended as they have a lower sodium content and also a lower cost, while canned beans can be great for those who want to save a little bit of time. If you opt for the dried beans, you should be kept in an airtight container, and they'll stay fresh up to about 12 months. And the cooked beans are good for about 3 days in the refrigerator. I'm a huge fan of beans myself. I eat a lot of both kidney and pinto beans. I don't know about yourself, Melissa.
I love beans, and I was just thinking, like, what could you do with a kidney bean? You definitely could put it in a slow cooker and put it in with your roasts, etc. I encourage a lot of patients to eat a whole foods diet. What I mean by that is start to use their cooking utensils in their kitchen and cook. So beans can be added to almost everything. And I was thinking, Doug, just now, like, what about, do you eat hummus? You know how that's made out of garbanzo beans? I was wondering.
Not a big hummus fan myself.
Not? Okay. Yep.
It's huge out here in California. You can't hardly go to any kind of event where food's served and they don't have a bowl of hummus laying out there.
What do you do when you see that? Do you, like, kick it off the table? Or
No, I just figure I'll leave it for the other people. I'll just be gracious and leave enough for the other people.
Well, that's good. You leave enough for the hummus people out there in California. That's great. So, yeah, I love beans. Again, kidney beans, maybe adding it, like we said, to roast or maybe making a hummus. And but you mentioned, too, how these dense proteins and these fiber vegetables, how they stabilize our insulin. And that's really important. That ties into the big picture of why we want to eat nutrient-dense foods. Number one choice out there is find foods that are nutrient-dense. You'll watch your cravings shift. You won't be having as many cravings. And, of course, adding into your lifestyle the 90 essential nutrients. We need that on a day-to-day basis. And what longevity does is allow us to get that. It's covering all our bases, and we can at least maintain where we're at. If we want to do serious healing and modifying of what's happening within our bodies, we do need to up that quite a bit. But longevity provides the baseline, so yay.
Let's hear it for the beans. And you're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host today, Melissa Golladay, nutritional pharmacist, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. We do have some open lines if you'd like to call. Call us on the priority line at 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080. Lines open. The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Youngevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. And we are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay, and we do also have some open lines. If you'd like to call in with a question today, call us on the priority line at 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080. Lines open. Well, Melissa, welcome back to the show. Would you about ready to go to some calls here?
That would be good, Doug. Let's do that.
All right, let's head to Houston, Texas. And Angie, you're on with Melissa Golladay.
Hi, Angie. How can I help out today?
Oh, I was just trying to get some information on cholesterol and high protein on blood work that was done a couple of days ago, but it's for a 46-year-old male.
Okay, excellent. Great. Yeah, that's a pretty big topic. I'm not. What's his diet? Is he nutriating?
They eat healthy because he has a garden and stuff. So they eat pretty healthy. He's a pretty healthy eater.
Okay, great. Well, let's just pretend that everything is, high levels. It's all red flag just for the sake of this discussion. So if let's say his cholesterol markers are really bad and he has protein in his blood, let's just say that that's happening, which pretty much would almost be immediate death, but, leaking. Like we could say he's leaking if he has things in his blood that he's not supposed to, or in his urine. So if it was a urine test, either way it applies in the sense that he's not, things aren't getting excreted in their proper channels, if that makes sense. So does that sound like what the protein test?
It was done through blood work.
It was a blood? Okay.
Yeah. No, it was like his, I guess his yearly physical that he has done. And they told him he had to come back in 3 months, and if not, they want to put him on medication. I said, no.
Yes, correctamundo on that. So when we think about one of my big pet peeves in the current modern medical model is that we're prescribing statin medications for cholesterol. And statins stop the production of cholesterol, and we need cholesterol. And there actually are not sufficient studies linking cholesterol to cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease or issues, vasculature disease, or however you want to look at it, it's actually more linked to nutrient deficiencies than it is to the cholesterol. But we have erroneously linked cholesterol and cardiovascular disease. And so doctors automatically prescribe it. So they see a cholesterol, it's high. What we determined is high, by the way. We just artificially made up those levels. And we say, okay, that's high, that's above where we want it, and they start lowering it. But cholesterol is actually your master hormone. All of us need it. We need it for brain function. We need it to make every neurotransmitter in our body. And all those neurotransmitters have very important jobs to do. So when we knock out the production of cholesterol, we're assaulting the number one molecule in our body is the best way to look at it. So when a doc wants to put you on a cholesterol-lowering medication, please say, oh, well, thank you for that. It's very interesting, but I would like to do more research and start investigating other ways to manage your health. Cholesterol only gets dangerous when it oxidizes. So if you want to hold through the call, we'll definitely continue, Angie. Thank you.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with our host today, Nutritional Pharmacist Melissa Golladay, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. And we do have some open lines. If you'd like to call and talk to Melissa today, give us a call at 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080. Lines open. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewable, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Longevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network, and filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today is a nutritional pharmacist, Melissa Golladay. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thank you, Doug. And I know we have Angie on the line. Angie, we were discussing cholesterol and how they're, the doctors really focus on lowering that, and I want you to know that that's not a good strategy. One of the ways to prevent cholesterol from causing us problems is to have a high antioxidant diet. What that actually translates into is having a diet that has a lot of fruits and vegetables in it, because the antioxidants such as vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C, those are the vitamins that do great jobs at reducing, if you will, oxidative load in our bodies. They get those enough in your diet, and you're not going to have your cholesterol causing you problems. Like when it oxidizes, it can kind of blow up, but that's like anything in your body if it oxidizes. So does that kind of give you do you have any questions about that?
No. I mean, they just told him he's got to go back in 3 months and have it retested, and that's what they're, so, I mean, he's got to try to lower it between, I guess, now and 3 months.
Yeah, but he may not lower it, and that's what I want you to understand, is that that doesn't necessarily correlate to our problem. So if he's eating a healthy diet and getting nutrients on board, that would be the most important thing. So he needs to start, really start encouraging him to do research on cholesterol-lowering medications. And I guarantee you, especially what's happening in Europe, the studies that are out there, he's going to learn a lot about what, how that may not be a good idea for him, right? So, a lot of times we take these lab tests and we hold them up as if they're a snapshot in time. They're just one moment when they took some blood. This is how things looked. And then, you end up with a huge pharmaceutical regimen that ends up causing you a lot of problems off of one snapshot in time. So, please have him do his due diligence. And, of course, encourage him to get on the 90 essential nutrients. That's, I recommend that to anyone. If we're not covering, the basic nutritional needs we have, then problems will result. So does that make sense, Angie?
Yeah.
Okay, and did I answer all those questions you had?
What about, like, the protein?
Well, you're saying it was in his blood, and I kind of need a little more information, but if that's all accurate based on what you're saying, it ties in that he's getting what I would refer to as he's just kind of getting leaky, like all of us do as we age. If we don't have the nutrients on board, we're not able to repair and regenerate. So it's very normal that over time our systems, various systems we have in place, which is actually one system, but the various systems like the vasculature might get more porous, and so certain things are going to end up in his blood. That also means he might be utilizing a lot more energy to hold up his system, to keep it in place, and you're going to see a lot more protein in the blood, because there's a lot more buildup, breakdown. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. This doesn't sound like major issues, but, tell him about Dr. Joel Wallach. Have him listen to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. It's on YouTube now. You can find it all over the place. And have him understand, we need these 90 essential nutrients so we can repair and rebuild. So that, again, without a lot of information, we can't know exactly what's going on. But you know what, Angie? The number one question you ever ask anyone is, how do they feel? And so your friend, how is he feeling? Is his energy low? Is he having symptoms? These are signs that he's going to want to start changing the choices he's making. So looking at what he's eating. Pardon?
Yeah, I know he's tired all the time. He does say that.
Yep.
I mean, it's my brother, so it's like.
And that's great of you.
I know
Go ahead.
He's tired all the time.
Mhm. Right. And Angie, I do 3 calls a week, nutritionalpharmacist.com. They're free calls, and I would love to hear from your brother. So check me out, and you guys can join and ask me any questions. It would be an honor. And good luck.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. That does open a line. Call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. That's 888-379-2552. Lines open. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it, too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. And we are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. And, Melissa, you were talking with Angie there about someone that has been diagnosed with high cholesterol levels. And I thought it might be a good opportunity to tell Doc's Crisco's story. As back in the early 1900s, just after the war, the Nazis had developed a smokeless lubricant that they used in their submarines. And once the war was over, they didn't need all the submarines. There was very little use for the product, and so it was sold to Procter & Gamble, who were going to try to use it to make soap out of, and that did not work out for them because in those days, a lot of people made their own soap at home from lye. And then as they didn't have a market for that, they actually gave the American Heart Association, which was a fledgling entity at that time, they gave them just under $2 million, which in that era would be like $1 billion or so today. So it was big money. And then the American Heart Association went around the country preaching the evils of things that that contain cholesterol, like dairy products, like cheeses and butter and things, and tried to get people to use Crisco, as they named it, this product that was originally a submarine lubricant. And they started getting people to try to cook with this stuff. And so they started this huge campaign against cholesterol. And it wasn't until just about 2 to 3 years ago that evidence came out that, oops, cholesterol's not so bad for us. In fact, we should be supplementing our diet with cholesterol because our brain is like 80% cholesterol, or myelin, which is used to make the myelin, is cholesterol. So, cholesterol isn't the big demon that we've made it out to be all these years, and sold all these drugs and had people, my father was on statin drugs for over 40 years, and he ended up dying of a heart attack. So, it did him a lot of good. So what do you say we head back to the calls?
That would be great, Doug.
All right, let's head to New Jersey. And Laura, you're on with Nutritional Pharmacist Melissa Golladay.
Hi, Laura. What can I do for you today?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Okay. I have a couple questions, two about health and one related to nutrition. I understand that you're not supposed to eat any oils, correct?
Let's hold that one. So no oils, that's your first question. You want to know if that's accurate. And what's your next question?
Well, he says that you can use butter, right? Do you bake in butter? For example, if I were to make hamburgers, should I bake them in the oven with butter?
You could, definitely buy a hamburger that has fat. You want to buy really clean meats, so organic, and ideally as range-free, as close to the farmers you can get. If you know anybody, that actually works with the animals themselves, that would be ideal. But to answer your question,
I know you're not supposed to fry. I know you're not supposed to fry anything. So you just bake everything in butter in the oven? Is that how you prepare food? Like chicken?
I have what I recommend to my patients is to buy meats that actually have fat, clean meats. If you're buying conventional meats, buy meats that don't have a lot of fat. Then you want to go really lean if it's conventional, because that's where the pesticides and the toxins are stored. So to answer your question, fry it in its own oil. Fry it, I would, if you can get clean meats, then you would fry that in its own. If it's a really lean meat, then you probably would want to, focus on baking it. But at the same time, no. But even then, I've never I don't care how lean the hamburger is, I could always fry it in its own, you know what I mean, in its own juices, if you will. So
and the same
you're
thing
not
with
burning
chicken?
it. It's really that you're not burning it, right? You don't want to eat burnt, charred broiled. You don't want to eat the charcoaly, because that's a lot of toxins because of that. So another one too, a lot of people think they have to spray their cookware with Pam before they do that. Please don't use Pam, and I know you probably don't, but I'm saying this for people that are listening. That is extremely toxic. You see Pam in someone's house, do them a favor and throw it away. I mean, that's how toxic that stuff is. So, okay, and I'm ready for your next question.
And what about like almond butter, walnut butter, the nut butters? Are they good to eat?
Yes, ma'am. They're amazing to eat, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
that's
so now
where
for the
they sneak sugar in products like that. So all of us need to read our labels, and we want to look at, because I've seen peanut butter with sugar in it, and that does not, peanut butter does not need sugar in it. It just doesn't. There's no reason for it. It should just be peanuts ground. So just like almond and walnut, double check your label. Make sure there's no sneaky sugar in there. But yes, great products to utilize as sustenance. And what's your next question?
Okay. So, I have a few health challenges. One is hypothyroidism, and I have 3 nodules on my thyroid. And I also have, they say, leaky gut and candida.
Okay, great. So,
and I also have varicose veins on top of that.
No worries. That all makes, when we look at the big picture of how everything in our bodies are connected, the fact that you have all of this makes complete sense to me. And there's nothing abnormal about it. It's all part of a big picture. And so are you currently nutriating or investing in any of the longevity products right now?
No, this is all new to me. This is brand new. I don't have any products.
Okay. Well, the number one thing without even investing is watching what you're eating. And it sounds like you're already dialed in, you're paying attention to what's going on. So I encourage you to go 100% gluten-free as soon as possible. And that's going to take it's a big leap because it's very hard. You know, gluten is a very social food. It's in the cakes and the cookies, and your friends always eat cake, and it's a celebration. And it's hard, but doable, completely doable. So go gluten-free. But to address the big picture, so when you have leaky gut, that is because you've been eating food you were allergic to for a long time. And most of us do that. Again, that's very normal for the standard American who eats the standard American diet, also known as the SAD diet. They will wear down their system. Their gut will get worn down, and they'll develop a condition we refer to as leaky gut. And the simplest way to describe leaky gut is you have broken your system down so much that your gut has now become porous. Your gut now literally has holes in it that aren't supposed to be there, that now things actually leak into your bloodstream. And you end up with what's called as dirty blood. So you already you understand that, Laura?
Yes.
Okay. So what are your specific questions that maybe I could help target for you exactly?
Well, what nutrients, would be good for me to take for, hypothyroidism and to get rid of, like, the thyroid nodules?
The number one thing on that is gluten-free. So go gluten-free. Yep. And those nodules are going to start shrinking. Your entire body is in a hyper state of inflammation right now, and those nodules are forming because your thyroid is busting, really busting itself to make things work for you, to keep you running. And you back off with that gluten, your immune response is going to drop very rapidly. You start supplementing also with the 90 essential nutrients. What happens is your body has all the building blocks it needs to start repairing and regenerating. That needs to happen. So those two things together, the nodules are going to decrease, the leaky gut is going to start healing, candida is going to kind of self-remedy. You definitely want to stay away from sugar because if you have a candida problem, a yeast problem, also known as fungus, things we'd want to look at are things such as thrush, yeast infections. Those are all signs that our candida load has gotten out of balance. Candida and leaky gut go hand in hand. So, again, normal what's happening. So look at your diet, gluten-free, no sugars, 90 essential nutrients. I would actually recommend our digestive pack because we have digestive enzymes and we also have a probiotic in that pack, and that's going to help rebuild your digestive tract and regenerate it. And, Laura, good luck, and please call us back and let us know how everything's going for you. Thank you.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with our guest host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. That does open a line. If you'd like to get in and talk to Melissa today, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. That's 888-379-2552. Lines open. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Longevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Longevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many of Ancient Legacy's oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. For life's everyday aches and pains, such as sprained ankles, pulled muscles, and other bumps and bruises, try Ancient Legacy Trauma Oil. which contains essential oils traditionally known to help with pain, swelling, and inflammation. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily Tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Longevity distributor today. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. And we are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
All right, let's head to Florida. And Vicki, you're on with Melissa Golladay.
Hello, Vicki. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I have a question. This is for my son. He is 41 years old today, and he's always had an allergy problem. And I read the book, and I listened to the tape, and I know about, we had him tested. He's been tested. He's been to doctor after doctor. He always has to take a hand cloth with him because it's not like he has anything to blow, but he just dribbles, you know. And he went through all the tests that they said he's allergic to everything except for chocolate and beer.
Did he give you the results of those tests? Did he use the one that told
Yes,
you that?
he did. And I told him about this book and stuff, and he don't even like beer. And that's the weird thing. So he doesn't even drink beer. But I said, I'm going to go by what y'all say on this book. And I said, you're going to do what they tell me to do.
That's a great, yeah, well, of course I would support that, Vicki. So what's your plan? What are you going to tell him to do?
I have no, whatever y'all tell me in this book, because I read it all, and it says to be, leave this out, leave that out, which he had been already tested for everything, you know, and nothing seems to help this child. It seems like it's been his whole life.
Right, yeah, so this is how I would look at the big picture, is he's having some sort of allergic reaction. And most likely he is eating something he's allergic to. And what I would encourage him to do is, go to a whole foods diet. And what that means to me is going back to, how we ate 100 years ago. So we ate a lot of vegetables. We ate, meat and, no processed foods. So no crackers, cookies, donuts, muffins, etc. Definitely, and stay away from the gluten. Gluten is very sneaky. It's a molecule that is in wheat flour, rye flour, spelt flour, barley flour, and he wants to get that out of his diet. That's what I would recommend. And when he does that, he's going to ideally start to be able to repair and regenerate his system. So is that part of what you've understood from reading Dead Doctors Don't Lie?
But I thought because he was tested for everything that he's allergic to all of it. So otherwise he would not ever be able to eat anything but chocolate, you know?
Well, we know that's not going to work, right? He's not
Right.
going to get better just on a chocolate and beer diet. If that was the case, yeah, I mean, I don't anticipate that. If you want an idea, yeah, I mean, you guys could try that out and then definitely get the gluten out. That's an idea. Does he actually have reactions to things such as chicken? Like if he eats broiled chicken, does he have a
No,
rash?
he never has. He just always the leakage in his nose.
Okay.
Always.
Right. And, yeah, so sometimes, you know, Whole Foods, getting the cultured foods in his diet. Cultured foods means fermented foods. So things like sauerkraut, yogurts, and kimchi. There's a lot of different, you know, kombucha is also a fermented tea. Getting those because that's going to help build up the probiotics. So getting him on a good probiotic supplement. We have a product that's top of the line industry-wide. It's called Nightly Essence, and I would definitely get him on that. I would get him on a Healthy Body Start Pack, which has the 90 essential nutrients plus the OsteoFX that's going to build up his bone matrix, and I'm sure that's been impacted just through, you know, not getting the proper nutrients. But the main thing for him is focusing on rebuilding the digestive tract, and that's going to take a lifestyle change. So, you know, he's going to have to look at what he's eating, which it sounds like he already has. So I hope that helped, Vicki, and good luck. Please give us some follow-up, and we're always available. You can reach us all on the deaddoctorsdon'tlie.com, too. Good luck.
You've been listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. And filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we did have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. Great show as always, Melissa. And as Doc would say, God bless everyone, God bless America, and God bless our troops as well as our Navy SEALs.